What's up and good morning, guys? Well, good afternoon, I should actually say. How are you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Alex here from Hoppos with another video for you guys. And today's project
It's a big one.
1963 Impala convertible, full frame wrap, full show. Well, we're gonna play on that fine line of like full show to like full street driver. We wanted to be able to go to the show, look good, but also be on the street, cruise, do everything he wants to do. This project has actually been a long time coming. It's been in the works for a while, and then a whole bunch of unfortunate stuff happened, and well, let's just say we had to put it on the back burner for the customer. And then now he's ready to go, we're ready to go, perfect time. Let's get this guy freaking slapped together. You guys will watch us put our full our full convertible frame wrap kit on this guy here. And we'll be using our full kit, plus we're going to be adding a whole bunch of cosmetic stuff to it as well. So what you guys are seeing here is the same thing we use on our website. I know it works because, well, I'm doing it. And well, we got this frame, and then in the background you can see we got another one. Well, before we get any further, let's start hammering, let's start bending, let's start welding, let's start grinding. Let's get to work, boys. I love frame wrap day. Well, before we get any further, that's a little warm. Before we get any further in this video, I just want to say thank you guys for joining in. It's one of the first view videos of the year, and well, 2025 is going to be a massive year for us because, well, we got a lot of big projects ahead of us. These are projects that we have scheduled in a year or two back, and these are our 3 to 4 big projects that we're going to do for 2025. So we're starting them now because with all our goal is to have these on the show circuit this year. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. You can see in the time lapse we've just been going at it. My goal is to get this guy tacked together, welded up in the next 4 days, which is a lot of work because I don't work on this every single day. We still do our normal production, our normal welding, our normal wishbones, all of our normal stuff. And then on my extra time, which is very rare, but my extra time, we go and we start working on this kind of stuff here. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. Let's get going. this video, I'm supposed to be grinding and welding and molding the frame and stuff right now. I was making good progress. I had tons of the pieces up. I had a lot of pieces tacked in. I started welding a few pieces in place already as Adan was working on the 58 frame behind me. But yeah, we just got a notice right now. Obviously, you guys know about all the fires going on and everything. Well, not too long ago, we had, well, I mean, to go back, you know, to like 4 years ago, we got evacuated out of the Yucaipa area for one of the big fires out there. And then at that point, I had purchased our new house, and we moved over to a different area. And I'm about 30 plus miles from Yucaipa. And well, now we just got a high wind warning, obviously a few days ago, and they, you know, said that they might turn off our power. Well, our power is out at the house. The bad part is we just went grocery shopping, so I got like $200 to $300 of meat. You know, I got a deep freezer and everything, so I know it's only gonna last in there for so long. So I'm gonna go to the house right now and prep everything and get all of our battery backups and our generators going and stuff like that. That way we have some kind of power, some kind of light, and I just don't want to waste, you know, $200 to $300 worth of meat. So heading to the house right now, get everything prepped up. We'll get back to this video shortly. I guess the worst part about all this is normally they give you like a turn back time or turn back date on, and they've been warning us for the last few days that all this was going to happen, and it hadn't happened yet. So I was like, oh, we're in the clear. You know, they're saying these winds are going to go away by, you know, Friday or whatever. But this email didn't have a turn back date on. They said that they needed to inspect every single power line near us and make sure that everything was safe to turn back on. So I can only imagine that we're probably going to be out for a few days, if not a week or so. Last time this happened, we were out for like 3 days, and this was nowhere near the winds and what's going on in the world right now. So yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot worse things going on in the world right now. Luckily for us, we're far away from it. Obviously, it's very unfortunate for a lot of the guys. I did see online a lot of people lost their cars and lost their house and you know, lost their keepsakes, and it's very unfortunate, and it's very sad. I know that somewhat of that feeling because we had to evacuate. We've got those scares a few times now, and you know, just a few months ago we were in the triangle of the 3 fires again. And luckily we're still about a few miles away from them, and the winds were working in our favor, and yeah, we were safe. But this time I guess they're taking a little more, you know, precautions, and they're shutting down all of everyone's power. So our whole neighborhood's been out for the last 3 days, and they haven't got their power turned back on. And I've just been lucky that our area, we're a little more outside, but our area was still had power. We were literally 1 block away from, in every which direction, power was out. Our block was like the only power that was on. So good old Edison. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's been quite the eventful few days here. You guys all know what's going on here. So we're going on in the world, I should say. But we are back on the frame. 63 here, 58 on the backside. We're not touching the 58 in this video. In this video, we're just gonna be, you know, addressing the 63. But let's get back welding, baby. We got tons of things to do. I lost a few hours yesterday just because I had to leave early, so I gotta definitely make up for it today. My goal for today is to get all the top and side pieces on and tacked in, and I got a majority of it already welded up. I haven't been filming everything because, you know, a 72-hour long video of me just time-lapsing and welding, not the greatest thing. So we're trying to speed things up a little bit, cutting out a few things here and there, but I'm gonna show you guys everything. I'm excited. My hand's a little sore today from banging and hammering, but we're good to go. Let's go, let's do it. guys, we are back for another update. It's been about a day or two since I've last filmed, just because, well, we got a lot of orders that came in, and well, we've been working in the back. We've been working on a lot of show setups, a lot of custom setups, but I had kept Adon on focusing on the frame for right now, and he's made major progress. I've jumped in, I've helped a little bit, but mostly the last day or two, it's been just his doing. So we did slow down on this a little bit more than I would like, but we are still making progress in that sense as well. Let me show you guys real quick where this is standing, where we're at. This whole top side's pretty much welded. It's done. It actually got done to the point where he's already molding, and we've made major progress, and he's been killing it. So let me show you guys where we're at so far. So here's where we stand so far. He's been making major progress on this, like mentioned. Bally is pretty much all done, welded up. We always wrap around the motor mounts, that way there's no issues with the motor fitment or motor changing angles because this being raised up like a lot of people do. We just always stay away from that. It's just a safety factor to eliminate any issues down the road. It fits in the factory position. It is a little bit closer to the oil pan, but it's not bad. It's still clearance in between there as long as you bring this in nice and tight. So with that being said, we did wrap around all that. He's been working on this whole front side here. So you got this whole front side all cleaned up, all molded in. Obviously we're not done with it, but it's still gonna, it's almost there. This whole Bally section is all done, all sharp edges. This will still get a final cleanup and sand. We're still on the rough sanding part of this right now. For you guys know that there's a lot of steps to the sanding process that it takes time. It takes a lot of time, but here is this front section almost done. Almost done. A few little cleanup areas here, but everything's looking good. Towers are already done previously. Front side has to just be cleaned up. We have to still add a front section here. We were waiting on that, but everything else, we tied this into the factory reinforcing. So you can see that factory seam right here. That's all factory. We did not change that, so this is still factory stock reinforcing from GM, and we tied in and blended up in this section here, and then continued with the crease just like factory. And then from here we transitioned from the crease into our reinforcing, which would be right about here, and we blended that up into the tunnel. Topside tunnel, we did plating all around on top of the factory plating, and underneath the factory plating we actually went and welded up all the seams on top of the factory welds. So you kind of can see right here, like this is all plated, which we're gonna add another piece onto here, and then all factory stuff has been welded through as well. And well, I decided to start filming the video, and I forgot to turn on our vacuum for the laser. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's getting a little smoky in here. Let me turn on our suction here. You kind of see that smoke, yeah, billowing out of the enclosement. But it's gonna be a little loud in this section right here, but we got this outside here all tacked up. This will be all welded up. This whole side's already done. So this side's already done, welded in, molded. Again, a lot of this originally had rusted out body mounts, so we did plate over every single body mount. All these have been plated over, so I don't know if you can see that lip. So these are super shot out and super rusted. It was really weird that this one had a lot of rust sitting on just the body mount sections. So we did go through and plate all those previously years back. So with that being said, we blended up into them. So this had a hard end right here originally. We blended our piece here and then up into it. So we're gonna be doing the same thing on this backside. We're gonna be keeping all the factory welds and factory reinforcements in place. As you can see, I was kind of experimenting here. I was filling in a whole bunch of the holes, the factory holes that are like this. So I fill them in, molding them, grinding them. So we're gonna keep all this, but we're gonna start blending all of everything we're doing into a transition to where this looks good, kind of like this. You know, because right now this section right here looks freaking beautiful. Again, this is not finished sanding. This is not finished mold. This is just in the progress. You're gonna see some rough spots. You're gonna see some funky stuff. But everything's looking good around the body mount, circular to to clear the bushings. So here's the sections that he's still working on over here. So he's working on blending all this in right now. Also went all the way up into the tunnel and did all this section here as well. So all this is still in a rough stand. We're still gonna come in and do a final, which it already looks really, really good. For a few days into this thing looks absolutely killer. So Don's been killing it. I don't know where he's at. He's right there. He's been killing it on this frame. He's doing really good on it. I've just been jumping in the last few days and just kind of giving him tips and helping him. But the rest of it has been 100% him. I've been stuck on just project after project. I got lots of new items coming out. We got setups that we're building right here. The new bridges for Tri-5, 55, 57, 55 through 57. Working on some more setups here. Another setup here. So as you guys can see, there's a lot going on, but we're still trying to make steady forward progress on this thing. I was being very, very hopeful in the beginning of this video, trying to get this thing done in like 7-8 days. Right now, I think we're pushing like day 6, which is still not bad. It's actually really freaking good, and for the amount of progress that we've had with a single person on it, realistically. I was on it, then I got off, he got on, and then he got off, and I went back on, and then we just been switching back and forth. So it's been a lot of work. At the same time, we're still trying to work on finalizing the 58 stuff. So the 58 frame kit is in the trial run section. You know, we're doing test fitting, adjusting and changing as we're needing, and at the same time working on the 64 frame. So the good part is we did get some new tools in that have been making our life a little bit easier. We did order a new 3-inch DA, a 6-inch DA. We got a lot of new trial sandpapers from different companies. Now we've been trying different sandpapers. I mean, we've been trying some of this stuff, which we've used this in the past, but there's certain sandpapers that have been working better for us than others. So we are obviously leaning towards switching and doing that, and just working with whatever's better for us. So, and what can make it look better and be more efficient on time. That's our whole biggest thing, is being efficient on time. So right now, me filming, not efficient for time. But the good part is laser is cutting right now, so there's not much I can do right now because the next program has to get loaded into there. Today's just gonna be a cutting day, a welding day. I got lots to weld, lots to cut. So thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing. We will see you guys on the next video, part 2 of the 64 frame, which I already started filming for you guys, but you guys will see more later on down the road. If you guys want, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. 2025 is a crazy year, guys. It's gonna be a good year though.